Good afternoon, and my name is Kevin Espinoza, and today I'll be presenting my Volcanoes project. And this beautiful mountain you see behind you is actually Mount Gunung. It's located in Bali, Indonesia. A very beautiful volcano, but it's also pretty dangerous as well. What is lava viscosity? Pretty much lava viscosity is a surface counterpart, for example, lava, and it usually depends on both temperature and composition. For example, when it comes to high viscosity, it tends to be much thicker due to the higher amount of silica. When it's low viscosity, it tends to be more runnier, like much more. It flows much easier, as you can say. For example, right here, it's compared to water. And factors can affect lava viscosity. Lava viscosity pretty much means runny lava that flows easy due to low amounts of silica, and it usually they form the gentle slope volcanoes. And high viscosity usually means sticky lava that flows much slower due to the high amounts of silica. And these high viscosity tends to form steep-sided volcanoes. And the three examples that I have here is shield volcanoes, composite volcanoes, and cinder volcanoes. Shield volcanoes, I guess you could compare it as like a Spartan shield. It's very long, pretty big, it's pretty flat, and they're very like long, broad, sloping volcanoes due to the thin layers, and they don't usually erupt very violently. It has like pretty much like a calm eruption. Lavas are always very gentle, very slow, and it's from over hotspots and other larger volcanoes. And the volcano shown above is actually Mauna Loa, and it's located in Hawaii. You can find a lot of these shield volcanoes in Hawaii. And this example two is composite volcano, and these are usually made up of layers of ashes and also andesite. And these volcanoes tend to erupt like ash and steam and gases, also pyroclastic materials. And these volcanoes tend to erupt pretty violently, and they cause big explosions. For some examples, that are pretty famous composite volcanoes are Mount Rainier, Mount Fuji, and Mount St. Helens, which is located here in the United States. And the volcano shown above is actually Mount Fuji in Japan. It's a very beautiful mountain. If you want to see it one day, it's recommended. Cinder volcano tends to be a much more common, smaller, and steep volcano. Usually find it around large volcanoes, like shield volcanoes as well. Cinder volcanoes, yeah, they're pretty much smaller, much more common, and usually, yeah, they have pretty violent eruptions. For like fiery displays of erupting lava, they're pretty dangerous. And the volcano shown above is actually Sunset Crater in Arizona. And the volcano that I'm doing my little presentation on is actually Mount Vesuvius, and it's located on the Gulf of Naples in Campania, Italy. And it's about 9 kilometers east from Naples. It's pretty close to the shore, like most volcanoes are. And yeah, it's actually this volcano is not one of the three examples. It's actually a stratovolcano, and is actually Mount Vesuvius is actually by scientists it's been the scientists say that it's the most dangerous volcano or most deadliest volcano. And the history of eruption about or the history of eruptions on this volcano, Mount Vesuvius, is emitted of times. It's erupted. It's existed for a very long time. It's existed actually for 30,000 years. And the latest it's erupted is probably 1913, which is through 1944. Those are the amount of times it's erupted in the last couple centuries. Yes, but it's still active though. And the reason why I chose Mount Vesuvius is because it's pretty famous actually. It's pretty deadly. Under and I'm explaining what happened to the city of Pompeii. And the reason why Mount Vesuvius erupted, it was because scientists detected under the African plate that there was a large amount of pressure, and it just happened to be horrible timing and happened to end up blowing up. And the eruption of this volcano had high amounts of ashes. It killed 16,000 people, and it covered cities with ash for literally for months. It's pretty destructive. And yeah, and yeah, the buildup of pressure usually causes violent explosions because it had a higher amount of silica, so the lava is also thick. But also the reason why a lot of people died is due to the pyroclastic materials. They'll throw out bombs. What I mean by bombs is pretty much like materials made of magma.